All right, guys. So now we're going to continue on to the next one. And this says that we're going to express each of the following as a sum of a whole number and a fraction. And it says to show parts C and D on number lines. When it says a whole number and a fraction, guys, that is where I need to make sure that I don't leave it as that's improper fraction and I turned it into a mixed number. So when I do this, one way that I want to think about it is I can think that, well, if I have 7/7, what do I have to add to 7/7 to get 9/7? Okay, so I need to add 2 more. Okay, so that's how I've gotten this. Now let me ask you guys this. What is 7/7? Well, 7/7 is 1. And I've added how much to it? 2 sevenths. Okay, think about the same thing over here. If I have that 9 halves, I know that two halves is going to be that 1, and I just want to keep adding. So if I do this, guys, I know it's going to be 7 halves. That's still going to be that improper fraction. Okay, so I could keep going, and I could just keep going until I get to 9 and just keep that halves. Or what I could think about to myself, first of all, guys, is that if I have 8 halves, okay, you know that 8 halves is actually going to equal 4. And I know I'm going to add 1/2, it's going to be 1.5. Okay, you could also, guys, continue to go on. 2 halves plus 2 halves, and you could just keep going until you get to 9 halves. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to add 1 more to that to make that 9. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 halves. Well, guys, if you think about it, here's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1/2, and that still gives you that 4.5. Okay, so then on this one, we're going to do the same thing as you could think about 32 sevenths. Is instead of having to write out everything that I've done up here, you kind of want to think about, well, if I have sevenths, think about all those factors that are sevens. So I know 7 sevens, 14 sevenths, 21 sevenths, 28 sevenths, and then I would have 35 sevenths, which would be too much. So I know that I could do 28 sevenths, and I can add, so if I do that, it would be 4 sevenths. Okay, so if you guys think about this, 28 sevenths is actually, the whole number is 4, and I'm adding 4 sevenths. That is how I get that answer for that. Okay, now some of you guys might be thinking, well, why can't I just do 32 divided by 7? You can, and we will be talking about that, because what your answer is, like kind of your remainder, is that number that goes in the numerator, and then the number that is down on the bottom is going to be that divisor. I'm kind of getting numbers interchanged with that, but we can talk about that later. But what you really want to do is you really want to focus on, what can I do? What can I pull from this? And then what fraction would I have left? So I know on this one I'm going to be 9s. So if I have 24, if I think about all the different factors of 9, I've got 9, 18, 27. Oh, 27 goes too much. So I'm going to go 18. So I know I've got 18, and then I've got to think, what am I going to add to 24 to get to 18? So, or what am I going to add to 18 to get to 24, which is going to be 6/9, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I know that 18/9 is 2, and then I add 6/9. Now here's the thing, I could keep that as 6/9, but I could continue to simplify that down, and that would be 2/3. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this one. It says Marcella cut 4 equivalent lengths of ribbon. Each was 5/8 of a yard long. How many yards of ribbon did she cut? It says to express your answer as a sum of a whole number and a remaining fractional unit, draw a number line to represent the problem. So what they're basically saying is they want this to be a whole number and a remaining fraction. It wants you to be a mixed number like this, okay? So I can have my number line. Okay, she cuts 4 equivalent lengths of ribbon, and each one is 5/8 long. So when I do this, guys, what I would actually do is I would start off with my 0, and instead of writing all of the 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, I know that one ribbon is 5/8, okay? Then if I know that another ribbon is going to be another 5/8, well, guys, I can add that, and that's going to be 10/8, okay? Then what I can do is I'm going to go another 1, because remember, here's ribbon 1, here's ribbon 2, here's ribbon 3. I know that's going to be 15/8. And then the fourth ribbon is going to be 20/8. Okay? Now I cannot leave it as 20/8. So what I need to do is I need to simplify this. And when I simplify this, I want to think, well, if I have, sorry guys, if I have 20/8 right here, if I have 20/8, if I think about this, 8/8 is going to give me 1. 16/8 is going to give me 2. And then I'm going to add 4/8 onto that. Okay? So what I know is that this actually equals 2 and 4/8, because that's what I have right here. And then with this 4/8, I can actually simplify it down more to 2 and 1/4. Nope, 2 and 1/2, sorry, because it's 4 divided by 4 is 1, 8 divided by 4 is 2, so it's actually 2.5 yards of ribbon that she cut.